The Mobile County Public School System presents Homeroom with Nancy Pierce.
Hello and welcome to Homeroom. I'm Nancy Pierce and I'm so glad you're with us today. I have a question for you. Do you ever see a young man walk by and his pants are at his knees? Pretty disgusting, isn't it? I think most of us feel that way. Well, why don't we do something about it? What should we do? We don't know. I have as a guest a young lady who decided that she was going to do something about it. And I'm really pleased to introduce you to Morgan McCane. It's good to have you here, Morgan.
Thank you.
I'm so glad
to be here.
And you go to Citronelle.
Yes, ma'am.
What grade are you in?
10th grade.
Ooh, coming up on 11th. Whoa!
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared because it's closer and closer to be a senior, closer and closer to getting out in the real world.
Right.
And it's like, bills.
Most kids want to get out, go to college or do something else. But yeah, bills, yeah, those are nasty. If you could just do something with those. Well, this is so cool what Morgan has done. I understand you told your mother that you were really sick and tired of seeing boys with their pants down, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did she handle that?
She challenged me and said, well, if you don't like it so much, then do something about it. And I was like, oh, okay, I will then. Since you challenged me, I'll show you.
Oh yeah, a little mother-daughter competition or a little getting you to do something by, oh, I understand that well.
I think she was just pushing me, but knew that I like a good challenge. So I was like,
and
all
so
right, I'll show you.
Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. So you and your sister.
Oh, no. A
friend.
It was just me.
Just you? Okay. You decided that you would start, okay, you got to tell me. What's it called?
GABS.
GABS. GABS. Guys?
Girls
against boys.
Sagging.
Sagging. My memory is gone. Girls, well, I love that title. I mean, that's really good. At Citronelle, do you have boys that wear saggy pants?
Yes, almost everybody. It's pretty hard to see somebody that doesn't.
I'd like to know why. Have you ever asked them why?
Yes, I asked a lot of them why, and some of them have said, well, I don't know, I just do it. You know, just do it. And so I'm like, well, then why would you just pull your pants up then?
Yeah, just do that.
I mean, it's not hard to find some fitting pants if
Right.
you don't want to wear a belt.
Right.
And plus, it's part of the school uniform to wear belts anyway. So I assume they would say they would follow the school uniform and just put on belts. But they're like, no, they just want to sag. I'm like, okay.
Now, I can't imagine it would be comfortable. I cannot imagine. I mean, I've seen guys that are running and their pants are so low, I'm surprised they don't fall down. That they don't fall down, maybe not their pants, but that the person that is wearing them like that doesn't fall down. Plus, it's just not cool.
It's
I mean,
not.
Do any of the girls at Citronelle find it cool?
After a lot of them saw that I started this and saw it on TV, a lot of them walked up to me when I came to school the next day and said, we don't like it either. We just put up with it because we know they won't listen to us or anything else. A lot of them agree with me. A lot of them don't like it either.
Right. Well, maybe if they stopped seeing those boys that wore saggy pants, that might help, or I don't know. Really interesting. Okay, so tell me about how'd you get all this started? Because it's gone very crazy. I mean, really not crazy, but I mean, so many people are interested in it.
We got it started by making the Facebook, and then we got with a lady named Florence McElroy that works with the Cooper Foundation. And she was having a bunch of small businesses come together one Saturday, and they got to show out and sit in front of a Commonwealth Bank and show out their different ideas. And we came with our idea, and it got a lot of attention.
Oh yeah.
And so all of a sudden it just started booming, and then it got recognized by MCPSS, and we got a story, and then overnight it just blew up.
Right, it did. It really did. Didn't Facebook go from 5 followers to the story to about 5,000 or something like that?
Yes. It went from 5 to 5,000.
That is fabulous. That is fabulous. What are you hoping that this will do? And the people that, joined your Facebook page and are part of this organization, what do you hope will happen?
I hope a lot of things. I hope that this skyrockets internationally, and I hope that everybody slowly starts wanting to do this, slowly starts coming out and having their voice heard. I hope that women recognize the power that they actually have, because they think they don't have a lot of power,
Right.
but actually we do. And I hope they realize the power they hold and realize that if enough women band together, we can do something, because we got the right to vote.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure we can get boys to pull their pants up. And so I just hope that women start knowing their power and recognizing it and using it. And then all of a sudden, and maybe not this generation, the next generation will start coming up and pulling their pants up instead of this sagging pants fad going on.
But gosh, is it a fad? If it is, it's been a long one. It seems like it's been around forever. I know it
Yes.
hasn't, but it seems like it's been around for a long
Usually,
time.
usually a style just come and go, like crop tops. They
Sure.
kind of came and go, and
And then they'll probably come back, but
yeah,
you know.
but usually they just like come and go. But
Right.
this one has just been
Hanging
constant
on.
over the years.
Have you talked to any of the guys at school and asked them why they do it?
Yeah, I asked them why. They really just say they don't know why. I think it's because they saw somebody cool doing it, and they were like, well, and then all of a sudden, slowly over time, they thought it looked good.
Yeah.
So they said, if I want to look good like him, I'll do it too. So I think that's what they were trying to do.
But I know schools have dress uniforms, and a uniform policy, and you're supposed to wear a belt and hopefully not have your pants dragging on the floor. But they can kind of get away from that too, can't they?
I mean, over time, you can't. I'd see why teachers just over time kind of abandon the idea of wanting to put them in retract or writing
Right.
them up because of it. Because if the majority of the school does it, I mean, you can't put half your school in retract or
Right.
write them up, because it'll become an issue. You'll be writing somebody up every
All the
single
time.
day, and they'll get suspended
Sure.
over time. So might as well just put up with it. I can understand why teachers kind of slacked off with making them pull their pants up.
And I think that's probably why it's done, outside of school. I don't know about college. I don't think it happens that much in college, but I don't
I
know.
haven't seen really a lot of college
Yeah.
students do it.
Yeah. So how many people at school are a part of your organization?
Well, I have a group of friends. There's about 4 of them. They're all a part of it. They all support me in it. Every time I have an interview, they always text me and say, "Good luck. We're rooting for you. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna hear it." And a lot of other people, all the teachers are behind me in it. And a lot of other students come up to me and said, "I really like what you're doing, and I want a T-shirt." Some people at my school have bought T-shirts, and they wear it on Fridays, and they support it.
Oh, that's great. Now, what other kind do you have? Posters, brochures, or anything? How do you get your word out? Of course, you've been on TV several times and radio, but do you have anything that you put up at school or?
We have brochures, and a woman at school did ask me if I wanted to put up any posters or anything,
Right.
like, "Before you come in the classroom, pull your pants up," or something like that, or "Warning, pull your pants up." But I never got around to it because I've been so busy.
So busy.
Yeah,
Sure.
I haven't got around to sitting down really and making posters. And plus, I have to ask the principal for permission.
Right.
So I haven't got around to doing all
Yeah,
that.
I have a feeling he'd say okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I know him pretty well. I think he would. You're going to stay put, but we've got to take a break. And I believe your dad's going to join us to talk the next time.
Yes.
And also, we just have too many things to talk about. But stay right there. We'll be right back. And you stay where you are, too. We'd love to have you back.
Murphy High School played a big part of me getting to the next level, getting to college. I took honors classes here just to, to have that extra boost. From the University of South Carolina, it helped me tremendously. I played football there for 3 years and decided to go pro after my junior year. I think just the stuff that helped me at the Murphy High School helped me carry on to the University of South Carolina. Now I'm playing my 7th season in the NFL.
The Environmental Studies Center is a natural sciences education facility designed to provide unique learning experiences. In addition, wildlife rehabilitation plays a vital role each day at the center. Featuring more than 500 acres of rich woodlands, the center affords teachers, students, and the general public an opportunity to experience firsthand the natural environment. Environmental Studies Center. It starts with us in the Mobile County Public Schools.
Mobile County Public Schools has equipped its students to achieve more than $96 million in college scholarships. These work-ready certificates include dual enrollment college credit, construction, certified nursing assistant, Microsoft Office specialist, welding, and the list goes on. Striving to graduate students to be college and career ready. Higher learning, growth, and development. It starts with us.
Welcome back to Homeroom. We are talking about a great program that was started by one of the Mobile County Public School students, and which you met her just a minute ago, and her name's Morgan McCane. She's from Citronella High School. Who's this guy next to you, Morgan?
This is my dad.
Your dad. That is so nice that you've come to join her.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about this?
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm really proud of my daughter that she found something that she's really passionate about,
Right.
and that she's really just latched onto it. So as her dad, I just feel obligated to I just have to just support this and
Right.
just give it, as much creativity and energy that I could give to it.
So what all are you doing to help?
Well, I help her to monitor the Facebook page.
Okay.
We do get a lot of traffic on her Facebook page, and like you said earlier, so far it's kind of gotten up somewhere around about 5,000 likes right now, and it's growing.
Yeah, that's
all the
amazing.
time. Yes, ma'am. So I help monitor the Facebook page. Sometimes, whenever she gets inboxed or anything like that, we'll talk about it, figure out how we're going to respond, because not only do we get a lot of people that are really encouraged by this and really excited about it, we do get some people.
I'm sure you do.
Yes, ma'am. We do get some people that, what's going on? This seems like a sexist organization, so we get some things like that. So I don't want to completely shield her from that.
Right.
I want her to understand that there are going to be some people that aren't going to be on board, and I think it's important that she knows that and how to respond to those people appropriately.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I mean, that's good forever, for life. That's a great lifetime lesson. What have you ever talked to any of the boys that SAG?
I have.
Why did they do it?
Well, to be honest with you, it's a peer-to-peer kind of thing. Most of the guys that when they start sagging is usually in that age group somewhere between maybe 13 and 18. And kind of at that age, they don't really have their own identity yet.
Right.
So what they do is they impress upon the person standing next to them. And if the person standing next to them is already impressed upon somebody who sags, if they're sagging, then I'm
going to also.
Just so I don't stick out from the crowd
Sure.
and draw a lot of undue attention, I'm going to go ahead and sag too.
I'm sorry, but that has to be uncomfortable. Have you ever tried it just to see what it's like?
Now, when I was in college back in '89, we did sag, but what we did is we wore them off of our hip just a little bit, but we did wear a belt. But as time has gone on, they've continued to go down lower. It wasn't uncomfortable when we did it, but I look at it now and just the physics of it.
I know.
I don't see how in the world they're able to pull it off.
Running, anything.
Yeah.
You would spend all your time trying to keep your pants up. It's crazy. I'm so glad you did this. Well, one question I want to find out: what's behind this? How did this all start? Not your program, but how did the whole sagging start?
Sagging originated from prison, and from what I know that it's a sign to show that I'm available, mainly. And they walk, and plus people with the prison wear that they have, they don't get belts anyway. So you don't. So if they get a certain size, I'm pretty sure they're not going to give them a belt to pull it up. So they keep on sagging and sagging, and then.
And somehow it got to kids that aren't in prison.
Yep, it got out.
Yeah, I believe what happened is that once these guys were finally released from prison, it was something that it was a style of dress that they've been accustomed to for so long that when they finally got released, it just continued.
It was normal for them.
Yeah, exactly. So probably you know, putting on a belt probably felt uncomfortable, like we would feel like not wearing a belt is uncomfortable. So when it got into society, you know, maybe a couple of influential people, maybe a couple of actors, maybe a couple of rappers, probably, you know, kind of grabbed a hold of it. Other people thought that it was cool, and they just decided to just kind of follow along with it.
Well, Morgan and I were talking earlier about how, you know, it's not a fad because it's lasting so long. I can't even remember when all this started, but it seems like it's been around for a long time. And the pants get lower and lower and lower. I've seen people walk by and their pants are so low, I don't know how they could run if somebody were chasing them, or if they just wanted to get home or whatever. But I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I don't think I'm going to ask anybody, but I sure wish it would change, you know. Let's start a new fad. What new fad could we start? Pulling your pants up.
Well, Morgan is absolutely right when she says that, believe it or not, you guys actually have more power. Of influence, then I believe that you guys actually think when it comes to this particular trend.
Right.
If enough women, like my daughter said, start speaking with the same voice, hey, listen, you know, it's great you came over here and said hi to me, but unless you pull your pants up and keep them up, I'm not going out with you.
Right.
Don't give me your number.
Yeah.
I don't want to be seen anywhere with you.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to be able to spend some time with me is you got to pull your pants up and they got to stay up. If enough women, I promise you, if they start saying that all together at the same time, I promise you, you'll start to see a change.
I think that's true. I know I've seen a lot of students that are with male students who wear their pants down, and I always want to ask, what do you think of this? I mean, you're walking with this guy, he's your boyfriend. Are you afraid to tell him that you don't like it? Or, you know, I don't know, but I think you're right. I think women power. I think it would certainly turn the tide and maybe get rid of this fad.
Absolutely.
Oh my, I hope so. I mean, how long do you think it's been going on?
I know my exposure to it, like I said, I was back in college in 1989.
Yeah.
So that's over 20 years ago. Now, how far it started before then, I have no idea, but my exposure to it has been well over 20
But it
over 20
still
years.
wasn't the way they're wearing now.
Right. And I'm trying to figure out how low are they gonna get before they just decide to just not wear pants at all.
I know.
Because I'm seeing them now where they're actually behind the bend of the knees.
Right.
And I'm still trying to understand the physics of how you're able to keep those pants up. And they're that far down without them just going ahead and falling all the way down around your ankles. It's just amazing. The physics of it just fascinate me.
It takes a lot of energy to do that, don't you think?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, she's done a remarkable job, and she said before that really it was kind of a challenge from her mom, and I know what that's like. You know, you get that challenge and you've got to do something about it. Did it take you a long time to come up with the idea after you and your mom had that talk?
No, we sat and talked about it for about 20 more minutes, and then we just had the idea in our head, and we were like, okay, this is what we got to do. We got to start making up plans, budgets, everything.
Sure.
And then we went home, and when Dad got home from work, we was like, look at our idea. And he was like, well, I like it, let's do it. And so the whole family was on board.
Yeah, that's right. You've got your mom and dad, you want their support.
Yes, of course.
And that doesn't always come all the time, but you know, this is really neat. And why would a parent not support it, you know?
Right.
And that's why I don't understand. Do these kids leave their homes with their pants down, or do they have them up and then they, you know, like girls used to roll their skirts up and down?
Diesel is a very big industry, and I went into it in a 2-year program at the Bryant Career Tech with Tony Tillman.
When Jacob graduated from the Bryant Career Center, he had earned his diesel credential.
The Career Technical Center taught me a lot, all the way from not knowing anything about a motor or engine to knowing pretty much every single moving part of them.
MCPSS Career Tech. Start your future today.
Do you have what it takes to be an Envision graduate? We are pioneering students to be all they can be, from 6th grade all the way to 12th grade.
I definitely would recommend Envision to other students who feel the way I feel. They really work with you, and they've gotten tutors, and you have online teachers to talk to.
It starts right here. It starts right now. Envision Virtual Academy. Enroll today.
It started with me at Murphy High School when I came here as a freshman. in 1973. I was very interested in math and science already before I came to Murphy. From Murphy High School, I was appointed to the U.S. Naval Academy, was able to get my college degree and also my commission in the U.S. Navy from the Naval Academy, but it truly was the foundation that I gained here at Murphy High School that allowed me to take advantage of that great opportunity.
The class of 2015 earned over $97 million in scholarships, and the class of 2016 is already on its way, graduating students who are college and career ready. It starts with us.
Welcome back. We had a little light problem, but we're back with you now, so I'm glad you stayed with us. We're talking about a really cool program that a young lady who's only a sophomore in high school started, and it deals with girls against sagging, and we're talking about sagging pants. So I have with me Morgan McCane. She's from Citronelle High, and her daddy, Howard McCane, and he is very supportive. Her mom gave her the challenge to do something about sagging pants, and I know you've noticed it, whether you're at the grocery store, you see somebody walk by, you notice that a lot of the young men and some of the older men wear their pants way below where they're supposed to, and no belt, and we can't figure out why they don't trip all the time. But anyway, I want to get more into your program, and here is one of the things I know that you are doing.
Yes, t-shirts.
You want to hold it? You too? So, did that come right away or did that come later?
It came later. Later on, when it started really blowing up,
right?
We said, oh, we need a way to, what do people love the most? To wear T-shirts and show off what they support, what they love.
Exactly.
You know, you wear a T-shirt and you have your favorite TV show on it
Sure.
or something. You know, I even do that.
Yeah.
And so we thought we should get a logo, put it on there, and we got with someone from our church, got the logo. Started picking colors, sizes, everything, and then boom, T-shirts.
So are you selling them mainly at Citronelle? Or wherever?
For everyone.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we've actually, to be honest with you, we actually ship these all over the country.
Do you really?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
We've shipped them as far west as Washington State and as far north as New York. So, yeah, it's gotten a lot of traction. It's getting a lot of attention nationally. My daughter got an opportunity, me and my daughter got an opportunity to do the Tom Joyner morning show.
Okay.
And that gave it some national exposure. And she's also done several radio interviews in other states. She's done a couple in Washington, D.C. She's done one at a radio station in Baltimore, Lynchburg, Virginia, Jackson, Mississippi, Atlanta, Georgia. So a lot of the calls are coming in.
Yeah, they had to have found out somehow. So,
yes, ma'am.
I mean, that's unbelievable. I know local TV stations, 2 of the stations
yes, ma'am.
did a story about it. And I think I read about it in maybe the paper. I'm not sure, but I remember I saw it. Or maybe it was on Facebook. And they very well have been on Facebook. But it's G.A.B.S, which stands for Girls Against Boys Sagging. And luckily, girls haven't started doing that yet.
Well, you know what? They have.
Oh, they have?
They absolutely have. So
I wonder if the boys will get mad.
I don't know, and I don't know if that's a movement that my daughter might be interested in. But yeah, it has kind of trickled over onto the female side. So you do start to see a few
gags.
Hey, we'll let somebody else figure that out.
Yeah, you can figure. Somebody will figure that out.
But we'll stick with this one for the time being. But yeah, it has kind of gone over to the female side, and some of our young ladies are starting to do the same thing.
Well, we were talking about girl power, women power, that we need to band together and with a single voice have the same message that this is not appropriate. It's just not appropriate. Okay, so you've got a V-neck turtleneck, or V-neck turtleneck, a V-neck T-shirt, and then you've got a regular round collar.
Yes, ma'am. This is one of the other colors that we we also have. It's a neon green. This was more of a crew neck T-shirt. Actually, this one was a bit of a prototype. We were trying to see how it would come out, and people just gravitated to it and just loved it. So we decided to keep it. But we also have the crew neck version. Also, we have that one in green. We also have that one in the yellow, and that one's also in crew neck. We also have the red, which I absolutely love because the logo just jumps off the front of it.
Oh, it does. I mean, all the colors really help.
Ma'am. That one is great. And also, now we didn't leave out the guys because we do have a lot of men that are really behind the movement.
Okay.
So instead of the GABS logo, this is the hashtag that we have for the movement. This was hashtag pull 'em up. We have this one in black with white letters, and we also have it in a red with white letters. So we don't want to leave the guys out. You'd be amazed how many guys are really behind this movement right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yes,
That's really good. Now, okay, what's the price of the t-shirt?
The t-shirts are 20.
20.
If you order them online, they're 25.
Okay.
And that's to cover the shipping cost.
Sure.
For shipping the t-shirts out, because like I said, we've been shipping these all over the country, and we just want to, want that to continue.
Of course.
If people do want to order a t-shirt, they can go to our website. It's www.GABSmovement.com. And just follow the directions.
Sure.
Click on the purchase your t-shirt tab and follow the directions, and we'll get the order and we'll get that out to you the next day.
When you started this, did you have any idea how far it would go?
No.
I mean, especially to go to, New York and Washington and out west and stuff. Now, what was it like doing these interviews in these really big cities?
It was kind of frightening at first because, if you mess up on it, it'll be like, oh, I slipped and did something wrong. I'll be the laughing stock of America. Somebody will put it online and say, look what she did, look what.
No.
And I was like, I have to make every single one perfect, but I knew it wasn't gonna always be perfect.
Sure.
But I always tried my best in it, and I always tried to have fun in it.
Oh, good.
And one of the things I try to do whenever I go in her interviews is I try to remind people she's 15. Okay, she's not a seasoned veteran with this. It's going to take some time. She's going to have growing pains. She may get a couple of things backwards here and there every now and then. But we try to work with her, try to coach her. I've spent some time in front of a camera, in front of a microphone before, so I can help her with that aspect. So her and her mom, we've been really hands-on. We're just just trying to keep her on that straight and narrow.
I mean, that's great. Aren't you glad your parents are involved?
Yes, because a few times I was like, what do I need to say? What do I need to touch bases with on this and this and this? And they were like, just make up, just just what to say.
Exactly.
This is what you say.
You know about the program. You started it.
Exactly.
And when you know about something really well, it's a whole lot easier than trying to, pull out things out of your head that you have no idea what you're talking about. So do you go on all our interviews with her?
We do. Most of the time they do request that a parent go.
Okay.
Simply because I believe they want to get a parent's perspective.
Sure.
Of the movement and everything and how we feel about it, which is fine. We have given her an opportunity to do a couple of interviews solo, but we are right there off on the side, kind of coaching her along. So if she kind of gets off track or needs to mention something, we'll jot it down real quick on a little piece of paper and kind of hold it up in front of her, and that'll kind of get her back on task. So we try to help her as much as we possibly can.
Sure. What about other high schools? Have they gotten into this yet?
A lot of high schools have requested that we get GABS in there, and we're trying. Right now, this has been recent. We're trying to figure out how we can get it in the high schools.
Right, but there are people that are interested.
Yes, ma'am.
Other female students that would like to see it done.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's incredible, and I hope it continues to grow, which I think it will.
Well, this support from the public school system has been awesome. And we're really hoping that we'll be able to partner so much more closely where we can get an opportunity, to get it into schools. Because I know that I've been contacted by a couple of middle schools that really want Morgan to come and really talk to some of the females, in the student body about this, and see what they can do to help, bring this thing to fruition. So hopefully we'll get that opportunity, but we're still going to be, working closely with the school system, and maybe she can get those opportunities, and maybe we'll get a chance to set up and maybe, distribute shirts and things like that in a lot of the high schools, and really get the public school systems behind it.
Now, do they wear we're almost out of time, but do they wear their shirts at school ever?
Yes, ma'am. A lot of my friends and a lot of other students that bought the shirts, on Fridays we're allowed to wear spirit shirts or any kind of shirt that is approved by the principal. And that was one of the shirts, so we do wear them on Fridays.
Well, that's perfect advertising. You know what? We're out of time, and I wish we had more time because this is incredible.
Yes,
I'm going to check with you later and find out how it's going, okay?
Sounds good.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And thank you for listening and for watching.